Andrew, what were you able to do tonight defensively that you weren't able to do Thursday night that helped you guys along tonight?
I think we were just a little bit tired to our check. I think, really, the second and third period weren't very good, but it was really kind of like a 5-minute span early in the second against Pittsburgh that we were very loose in our D zone and we weren't managing pucks very well. So, though we did a pretty good job of that tonight, I don't think they had many odd man rushes. Talbot had a lot of work and made some incredible saves, but I think we made them. I think he saw most of them. Hopefully, he might beg to differ, but and then just that timely save, it can be so important. So it was a big night for us, big win, especially with the 2 games coming up. Like we got to get going right away. There's no can't ease into the season, so big win for us, and it's going to be a big next few games.
Cam, when you see your defense, and I guess the guys in front of you block 30-some shots, I mean, that's a goalie's night worth of saves there. How does that make you feel to see them do that for you?
I mean, obviously as a goaltender, you appreciate that more than anything. I mean, these guys don't have the talent that I do, and they're putting their bodies on the line. There's some huge ones throughout the entire night. A lot on the PK, 6-on-5. I mean, they were just diving in front of everything tonight. So the dedication and the sacrifice from the guys in front of me won the game tonight.
When you're making your first start with a new team, how much does it help to have a performance like this?
Yeah, I mean, I would take that performance anytime, not just the first game of the new team. But obviously, I got my feet wet last game in the second and third there, and just kind of tried to carry it over. And Nashville's a heck of a hockey club. They added a lot of weapons this year, so we knew it was going to be a tough task, and I was just trying to do my part.
Cam, with the 3 goalies, are you guys, I mean, you've kind of mentioned it before, I think, can you guys push each other, basically? Is that the way you're looking at it?
Absolutely. I think that's the only way you can look at it. And there's that internal competition. It just drives everyone to be better day in and day out. And we're going to continue to push each other, and we want the team to feel comfortable with whoever's in there. So that starts in practice and off the ice. But I think between myself, Al, and Hoos, the biggest thing is the chemistry between us off the ice. I mean, there's no bad blood there, and we're rooting for the next guy, whoever's in net. It's a team game, so whoever's winning is going to go, and that's just good for the group.
Andrew, in the off season, you guys lost a lot of goals through trades and free agent moves. In 2 games now, does it feel the offense is right, that it's still going to be fine?
Yeah, I think definitely did lose, but I think at the same time, guys, David Perron is a perfect example. Scores a ton of goals. Does a lot of things right. But someone's going to get that power play time, and then they're going to produce. And then someone's going to. So it really is that next man up mentality. Obviously, the way we played defense tonight and the way that he played, we can get away with just 2. And it's going to come. I think we got enough good players. We got scoring up and down the lineup. You saw Joey and Bergie and Motter had some really nice chances today. We're going to get goals. I think it's definitely about the amount that we're giving up.
Andrew, with the PK and then the final 3 minutes, 6-on-5, what were some of the keys to when you were down a man?
Yeah, I think we had a good plan for the way that they attack, the way that they like to attack, based on their hands and obviously the stamina one-timer. We did a really good job of digging in on draws, I thought. We got in shot lanes pretty well. There were a bunch of blocks. We cleared it when the puck was on our stick. But it was just kind of an intensity and a compete and a desire right from the get-go. I think you saw that in the amount of block shots. You saw that in maybe a few more one-stick battles, ready to jump your check just a hair quicker. I think that desperation, that sense of urgency was really important tonight, and that was ultimately probably the difference.
What did you guys see from Albert Johansson making his debut tonight?
Solid. Made some really simple, nice plays with the puck, was good defending. As a forward, when you don't notice a D, it's probably a good thing. So he was good back there for sure.
Cam, when you have a game like this, do you feel it early on that you're kind of in a groove?
Yeah, I thought I felt pretty good all day today. Just doing what I've done, throughout my career, just trying to prepare the same way. Made a few big saves early, a couple on the PK there in the first, and just kept it going from there. So when you get a couple saves like that in the first, just the confidence continues to build, and you just try to keep building from there.
And can you just start off with an update on Kristen Fisher?
Upper body hasn't been evaluated yet.
So day to day, or
We'll see. I haven't talked to the guys, but it's an upper body.
obviously Talbot was good here tonight, but what else did you do defensively tonight that led to the shutout?
Block shots. I think we did a pretty good job with some second chances. Obviously, much more committed defensively for a sustained amount of time. It's a really good team. I don't see them getting shut out many times this year. So that was a pretty good effort. Obviously, starting with their goalie and then their team defense in front of them.
You spoke the other day about wanting to see the goalies assert themselves. I mean, you couldn't have asked for much more from the camp tonight.
Yeah, remarkable type of game, especially the type of volume. They're going to push, chasing the game, high offense. Obviously, put him on the power play a couple times. Extended 6-on-5. He needed to be great, and then he was.
What is the key to surviving? And a push is coming late in the third there, and they're going to have a bunch of...
Managing the game, I think we did it at times. We won some wall battles, make them come all the way back and earn it. Not get turnovers, not give them those second type looks. I thought for the most part, pretty good job by the group.
Does this feel closer to the blueprint you have to play to succeed?
I hope so. In reality, it's probably 4 pretty good periods of the 6 we've played so far. I'm glad we got rewarded with it tonight, but winning in this league is very hard, but it can be very rewarding when it looks like that.
Derek, you've seen Talbot a lot over the years. What have you liked about him?
It's pretty consistent. I think if you can manage your game in front of him, where you're not making him move laterally, you're seeing pucks. He's going to give you a pretty solid effort, and I thought that was the case tonight. He made a couple spectacular saves. Moving east-west, but with an offensive team like that, you're going to have it. But I think he did a really good job. He installed a confidence in our group throughout, and I think we responded well from it.
What did Albert Johansson show you? With
Yeah, I
the
liked Albert. I got to watch back a little closer. He can move a puck. He's got good hockey sense. He plays on his toes. For the most part, didn't get himself in any bad situations. Playing against size is going to be a challenge for him in this league, and there's not many bigger than that as a team, and he did a really good job with it. So that's a really good first game for him and a good sign for us.
That sacrifice in blocking shots and the commitment, is that especially important after coming off the game?
Of course. You'd hope you'd have a sense of urgency anytime you lose, but obviously early in the season it really gets magnified. Obviously, we knew the start of the season was going to be extremely challenging with the competition we were playing, and facing 0-2, then having New York back-to-back, who's arguably the best team in the league, and this team's probably not too far off. I thought there was a little extra sense of urgency in our game, and they were rewarded for it tonight.
The 2-week game of Copp and Comper, how much does that help balance your lineup?
Good, yeah, good, and especially a game like that when they were both committed to playing the right game. When they're playing their game, it's a lot of winning shifts. It may not be. I love the fact that Copper got us some offense. JT, they both got us offense, but they were winning shifts. And again, it's some really hard matchups with that type of lineup. And I'm glad they both got rewarded some offense, but they had a really good game for us.
Yeah, it's only been 2 games, but what's your feelings about your offense from what you've seen?
I'm very happy with our offense. Obviously, we only have 1 on the power play, but again, it was really sharp. We had looks. We could have 2 or 3. As long as your power play's getting those looks, it gives momentum. We had those looks. But I liked our offense again. 3 is going to win. It should win you in this league. It gives you a chance to win in this league. But we had chances. I've liked that we've produced some offense throughout our entire lineup over 2 games. But again, the most important number for us tonight was the 0, especially coming off our last 40 minutes versus Pittsburgh.
I think you had to juggle a little bit after the Fisher injury, but what did you see from that fourth line tonight, and Valeno and Mott in particular?
They were excellent. Berge gave us some good minutes too. Playing 11, we've got some experience with it. I think the guys are comfortable with it. I'd like it probably a little more on the road to maybe avoid some matchups, but for the most part, the guys did really good. But those guys needed to be sprinkled in, and they did a good job. So I thought our forward group as a whole did a really good job. They were much better. Again, probably a little bit too much sustained D-zone time. Just sometimes we're a little light on the walls with this, the size of some of our forwards, but that's why they got to dig in even harder. And I think they won a few more battles tonight. We get a few more pucks out that alleviates some zone time. And again, a team like that pressing and chasing, they're very active with their D in the D zone, but I thought for the most part we defended pretty well.
And how about Justin Hall coming back in? What did you see from him?
Really good, really good. Defended. And we need some simple defense, and that's what he is. He's a simple defender. He wins battles. He's big. He's hard to play against. Did a really good job for us.
Derek, I know offensively, you're looking for the quality chances, if not the volume of shots. Is it the opposite of that defensively, where you're okay with the?
Yeah. As long as you get the looks, and again, this is tough when a team like that, you're chasing a team like that, it's hard. Your volume's going to be down. But I was very comfortable. Do we pass up on some shots? Yes. Could we have a little more shot volume? There's always that balance. But for the most part, I liked our looks. I mean, we had some slot looks that just rolled off sticks. We had some backdoor looks. And Razor's a wide open net back door. He hits the side of the net, then he not even registers a shot. But we take those type of looks all the time.
Thank you.